In 1992, two amateur filmmakers created a movie and showed it to their local film club. Now, after 31 years, it's being shown to the world.
I like it. Yeah, really neat. And remember, we want this to look really professional. We're gonna need some age suits.
Rick Savoya.
You guys really think I look like a space age?
Jack Marsh.
Only Captain Filmmaker were here.
Brendan Nelson.
It's carpet fuzz.
Tom Williams.
Take a look at this, Captain. The planet is coming into view.
And Jerry Butlin as Bernard.
Hi, I'm Bernard.
Who's Bernard?
Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha, produced entirely on Super 8mm film.
This is pretty neat.
Hey, yeah. This is where you guys get to show off your creative talents. Okay, you're gonna have to hurry up and learn your lines while we change the set.
Tell them it's experimental.
Huh. What's this? The greatest thing ever shot on Super 8.
What did you say the name was?
Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting Saturday Night Wine Stream and another exciting episode of Drink with Rick. I'm Rick, and tonight we are going to change gears a little bit because this is the last wine stream of 2024. So I have a special wine set aside for that. We're approaching the new year. I thought I'd end it on a slightly different note. Well, we have a Chablis. That's going to be a pretty interesting wine to try out. And I'll tell you why we're doing that in just a little bit, if someone can remind me to do that. We also are going to review a dark lager from Charlotte, North Carolina, brewed locally here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're going to try that out, and we're going to review a coffee. This is going to be the first coffee we reviewed in a little while, so this one should be very interesting. It's kind of a budget coffee, and my instincts tell me this could be very, very entertaining to try at very least. All right. If you're joining me for the first time or for the 260th time, because this is the 260th episode of the Saturday Night Wine Stream, and yes, after tonight, we only have 4 more episodes to go before the end of the series. So I hope you'll join in. If you're joining me here for the first time or for the 260th time, this is a stream of consciousness kind of show. I do have show notes in there right here as pretty much always. I know I forgot them a couple of weeks ago, but I am right here tonight. But we don't really always follow them verbatim, and it's just a loose guide because show's not about me. It's a little bit about the wine, but it's mostly about you and me getting together on a Saturday night, kicking back with our favorite libations, our favorite snacks, whatever they are, and just having a good time. Joining into the chats live. You direct the show. It's what you put into the chats, and that's what we talk about. That's where we go with the show, pretty much. Now, we don't talk about politics. We don't talk about religion on the show. We don't talk about things that drive people apart. We like to talk about things that bring people together. It is a family-friendly show, and we want to keep it that way. So jump in the chats and talk to me live. Chat with me live right here. And let me show you where you can chat with me live. Because I'm pretty sure we have everything going. Yes, we do. We sure do. We have everything going right here. So let me show you where you can chat with me live. We are live here on our Facebook page. The Facebook page is Drink with Rick, facebook.com/drinkwithrick. We are live on Odyssey. Odyssey is at Drink with Rick, and the number 7. Rumble, we're on Rumble, and you're just going to have to type in Drink with Rick in the search to find it, but you will find it. Twitch.tv/drinkwithrick and the number 1, all one word in the URL. And YouTube, we are live on YouTube at youtube.com/@drinkwithrick, and on X. We are live on X, such as it is, at x.com/drinkwithrick, all one word. Of course, we are also live on our website. The website is drinkwithrick.com, in case you didn't notice. Drinkwithrick.com is the website, and yes, the show is right there. Now, if you want to watch live on the website tonight, you just click on that episode right here. You'll get the latest episode. There is no chat going here, but there's a comment box down the bottom. If you leave a comment in the box down below, you you can send me a message and I will get it. It won't be right away. I will respond in kind, but it'll be eventually after the show, and I do read them on the subsequent episodes. So you can do that. Also, if you can't watch now and you can't watch later, you can listen to the podcast. The podcast goes out at 10 p.m. Eastern on Monday nights. Monday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern time. And you can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Podcast Index, TuneIn, Deezer Radio, via RSS, because that's how podcasts are distributed. And by email. Now, if you click on this button that says by email, those of you who can see the podcast episode subscription page, you'll get another page that has a little box. You just enter the email in the little box, click the little blue subscribe button down below, and you will get the latest episode of Drink with Rick as soon as it drops, and no salesman will call. It's not for anything else but just to get the podcast. That's all that's about. And of course, you can like and subscribe and ring the bell and all that other good stuff. Let's go back to the previous page here. You can do all that good stuff on all these venues. Where is it? I click on the wrong page. There we go. You can watch. Watch live there, and you can watch later, pretty much on most of these channels. And you can like and subscribe and ring the bell and follow and all that good stuff. And if you subscribe on not YouTube, but on Twitch, I am a Twitch affiliate there, and if you subscribe there, then I'll get a little bit from that. That's fine. But most of these other things are free. There's no cost to do that. But if you want to contribute to the show, if you really want to donate something to the show, you can buy me a coffee, or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10. You can do that right there. Click on the button and do that to support the show, and it would be much, much appreciated. It doesn't really generate a lot of revenue, but it's there, and it helps support the prizes that we give away and all that good stuff. So if you want to, you can do that, but there's no obligation to do that. It's just if you want to. But all this other stuff is free to subscribe to and follow and all that other good stuff. You can do that if you want. Okay, so let me get to the chats first. Let's get back here to the screen. There we go. Let me get to the chats first before we go any further with the show. And let's see what's going on in the chats. I think I just clicked on the wrong button, didn't I? Yeah, I sure did. One of these days, I'm going to do the perfect show. Hopefully I can do the perfect show before the end of the series. And let me close out this other browser. It's crazy. Of course, it doesn't want to close. No, of course it doesn't. All right. There we are. All right, let's check out Facebook. We're going on Facebook. Everything's fine there. And Island Hayes is in the chat on YouTube. Island Hayes says, "Evening, Rick," and evening right back at you. It's great to see you, Island Hayes. Let's give you a little bit of applause there. And good to see you, Island Hayes, as always. Island Hayes says, "First on deck for me tonight to a Cedar Ridge grape Oh, first on deck for me tonight is a Cedar Ridge grape and apple wine from the Harvest Blush collection. That sounds pretty good. Cedar Ridge grape and apple wine. That sounds pretty interesting. You drink some pretty good wines there, Island Hayes. Some pretty interesting wines. I have written most of these down. I should write that down too. Cedar Ridge. Let me try that. Cedar Ridge. Stopping the show here for a second, folks. Grape and apple. Apple. From Harvest Blushed. I do write these down, and I do go look for them. I don't always find them. Sometimes, lots of times I can't find them because they're not available in my area. Depends on the distributor. We've talked about that before, but for the different regions. Sometimes I can, though. Sometimes I can, and then when I do, I like to find them and give them a try. Let's see who else is on the line tonight. And let's see, did I check YouTube? Yes, I did. Okay. And Twitch. We are live on Twitch. We have folks watching on Twitch. Get in the chats and say hi and tell me how you're doing and what you're drinking or not drinking or whatever it is. Yeah, just jump in and say hi. We are live on Odyssey. Everything's good on Odyssey and also Rumble and X. To be honest, can't really see what's going on X except I can just see the broadcast feed going out, and that's about it for the moment. But I'll see if I can check it during during one of the events that we're running tonight. I'll get to that in just a little bit. But looks like we're good pretty much everywhere. And how are you doing, Island Hayes? How did your week go? And how was your holiday? I'm sure that was well, let's see. We're still in the holidays, aren't we? We have New Year's to do, and we do also have an announcement for that. We do have a New Year's show coming up. I'll tell you about that in just a little bit. In the meantime, let's go back and let's take a look at the wine that we're going to be trying tonight. This is what we're trying out. This is a Chablis. This is a 2023 Chablis Chardonnay, and I have it. As a matter of fact, I have it right here. Let me go ahead and take it out of the package here, because I purchased this from winestar-online.com. Here it is, right here. I did not chill it, but it's right here. They really package their wines up really nicely. They did a great job of that. They're not the cheapest place in town to buy wine, but they're a really good place to buy wine. And they have a really nice selection of wines. And I know the folks there, the good people. And they really, when they package up their wines, they do a great job with it. I sent some wines for the holidays to my sister and my brother-in-law, and they shipped them out for me, no problem. It was very easy peasy. Just picked out the wines. I hand-picked each one of the wines that I wanted to send them, and they said no problem. They boxed it up and sent it out, and they got them just in time, I believe. Anyway, here's the wine. Let me go back to the photo here, the main photo, and it says Grand Vin de Bourgogne. That's a Chablis. It's a Robert Goulet Chablis, not to be confused with Robert Goulet. For those who know who Robert Goulet is or was, it's a product of France. This is a French wine, and here's the back of the wine. Robert Goulet Chablis 2023. This is a Chardonnay. And there's not a whole lot on here. There's the imported by Empire Distributors in North Carolina, Pineville, North Carolina. It is 12.5% ABV, and it is a product of France. That's really not much on the back set, other than I don't think you want me to read the government warning on there. I think we all know what that's all about. No sense in doing that. We're pretty much going to ignore it anyway, right? At least for this bottle of wine. All right, so let me check the chats one more time. Okay, Island Hayes says, was a great Xmas week. Had 3 different parties and dinners to attend. Lots of fun, friends, family, and wine. How was your holiday? Well, mine was pretty good. It was a little quiet, but it was nice. We got the fireplace going, and we hung out. We watched some holiday movies. Well, one of them was a holiday movie. The other one was I wouldn't really call it a holiday movie, but okay, it was Airplane, the original Airplane. It was a classic. My son had never seen it, so I sat down to watch Airplane 2 with my daughter, and my son was over. Everybody was together for the holidays, and started watching Airplane 2, and then Tommy said, I've never seen the first Airplane movie, and I stopped it right there, and I said, you've never seen Airplane? We're going to have to watch Airplane. So we turned Airplane on and watched it. A good time was had by all. Okay, let me open up this, because I'm getting, my throat is getting a little bit dry here. If I can get my foil cutter. Here we are. Well, let's get the foil cut. There we are. And let's get the, what did I just do with it? Oh, here it is. Let's get my official decorker. And we'll decork the wine. Get that open. There we go. There we are. Oh, just do it. There we are. I just have to remember to remove the cork later from the decorker. Okay, and we have my aerator. The aerator is right here, ready to go. And it's clean. I washed it myself now. Let's hope there's no displacement. I got to be very careful. Sometimes there's they really fill it up, and then there's a lot of displacement and go, All right, looks like we're good. Hope there's enough wine. I hope they filled up the bottle. All right, the aerator's in place, and to hold the glass, I have the official Drink with Rick coaster. I want to call it a wine coaster, but it's a coaster for anything. And to hold the grape nectar, I have this genuine Galway Irish crystal glass given to me by my employers at BuyTuliRadios.com. And we're going to pour a little bit of wine into the glass. For starters, a little bit for starters. Yeah, that's good. That's good. We have to get the swirl going, right? Yes, the swirl. The all-important swirl. Well, Ion Hayes, I'm glad you had a great Christmas, and hope everyone else did as well. And let me check around the chats one more time, and then we'll do the swirl. All right, it looks like we're good pretty much everywhere else. All right. I'm sure a lot of people are traveling for the holidays as well, because we have New Year's coming up, too, in just a few days. It is the end of the year. Can you believe that? The end of the year already. It's just amazing how fast everything has just flown by. Really, it's unbelievable. All right, so we've got the wine in place. So let's go ahead and do the swirl. Let me get this camera set up here. Let me take out the lower third. There we are. All right, let's get the swirl going with the official swirl. Sorry, Bill, you're coming up later. Yeah, he's over there with his bottle. Yeah, Bill, that's right. All right, let's get the swirl going with the official Drink with Rick swirl music, which is, of course, none other than more cowbell. More cowbell. All right. Got the swirl. We should do this twice, you know. It's going to swirl twice, but, you know, I mean, I don't want to overdo it. Right? We don't want to overdo that, Bill, do we? Yeah. By the way, to everyone just joining in and just watching passively,
Good evening.
Good evening to all of you. All right, and I'm glad you're here. Glad everyone's here. Those who are watching, and jump in, say hi. And Tom Antio is in the chat. And oh, great, Tom Antio. Tom Antio subscribed to Tier 1 on Twitch. They subscribed for 8 months. Tom Antio has subscribed for 8 months, currently on an 8-month streak. Wow, Tom Antio, you know what? You get some you get fanfare. Tom Andigo says, how's the wine? Well, I haven't tried it yet, but we're about to try it in just a moment. I just did the swirl. You missed the swirl. I'm not doing it again. Not now. But I really appreciate the sub. Thank you very much. And for the 8 months. Congratulations on that. Thank you very, very much, by the way. It is much, much appreciated. How are things going on over there with you? I hope you're doing all right. Tom Andrew says, I caught the swirl. Okay, all right. Okay, let's see. Where was I? Oh, yes, the wine. We're going to try it in just a moment, but first of all, let's find out a little bit more about it. Now, as I said before, this is Robert Goulet, not to be confused with Robert Goulet. You know. Yeah, that didn't deserve any response. This is a Chardonnay. The Chablis, what the Chablis is, it's a Chardonnay. Now, the reason it's called a Chablis and not just a Chardonnay is because this comes from a specific region in France. And this is, and I'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes. It's like a sort of a, it's a, Chablis is like a northern end, the northern end of the Burgundy region in France. So, and it's actually, it's actually something that I have not really had much recently. And the Chardonnays, I know I opened up the Chardonnays, a more buttery one. This is supposed to be a bit drier than some of the other Chardonnays. We'll find out. I thought it might be a little bit sweeter. In my recollection, it was a sweeter, but it might not be. I think this one might be a little on the dry side. I was looking some of the reviews on it, and nobody really specifically. I mean, they seem to like it. We get 3 on Vivino. You get 3.8 stars out of 5 based on all the vintages. But the reaction to it is mixed. Some would say, well, yeah, it's kind of. It didn't sound like it was really sweet at all. It sounded like it was a lot drier than. At least that was my impression based on what I was reading from the reviews. But I could be wrong on that. Now I did go to. Let me pull that up again because I did visit the website. And this is what I found on the website. Let's see, do I have that one up? Yes, I do. This is the Robert Goulet website. And it says here, I'm reading from their site now, it says the freshman of Chablis coming from a Kimmeridgian soil offers an exceptional wine of pleasure to be served in any occasion. Let yourself be surprised by its extraordinary fruitiness and minerality. Now here's the terroir. It's the grape variety. It's 100% Chardonnay. The origin is villages of, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Prehi and Chichi. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm not French. It is, the age of the vines are 40-year-old vines, 6,000 vines per hectare. So that's the density of the plantation. Let's see, the culture. Reasoned culture, respectful of the vines, the terroir, and the environment, plowing, organic fertilizers, no insecticide. Well, that's good to know. No insecticide. So apparently there's no Monsanto involved in this one. For those of you who we've talked about that in the past. So for those who are concerned about that, apparently no. It's organic fertilizers only, no insecticide. That means, well, hey, no Monsanto. That's a good sign. So that's my reaction is, yeah.
I like it. Yeah, really neat.
So that's a good. I like that already, and I haven't even tried it yet. It's natural yeast. So there you go. Island Hayes, was that you or Jaycon who was asking me about that last week, about the or a couple of weeks ago about the added sulfites? So it's natural yeast in here. Aged for a year on the fine lees, and it's bottled by them at the estate, so it's bottled right there. So it is it's grown, vented, and bottled there at their vineyard and estate. So yeah, it looks sounds very promising. The food pairing, they say, enjoy it as an appetizer, seafood, or shellfish, or cheeses. Now, here's the thing. I did not show that to you.
I like it.
Well,
Yeah, really neat.
yeah. Here's what I didn't show you. What we have on camera 3 tonight to try it with. It looks sparse. That's because it is. It's all leftovers. It's always leftovers. But I do not have any shellfish. I don't have pork. I don't really eat the pork or anything like that. What I do have is some smoked turkey. And turkey and the Chardonnays, I have Chardonnay with turkey a lot of times because it goes pretty, for the most part, a good buttery Chardonnay goes pretty well with the turkey. So this should, or a Pinot Gris, should go pretty well with the turkey. So we're going to try that with this. And we have some cheese. We have a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I don't know about that one. That's the hard cheese. Maybe this might be better with a softer cheese. I don't know. Haven't tried it yet. But then we have some dessert. You know, these wines always go pretty well with dessert. It's going to be hard to mess that up, right? All right. So let me go back to the chats for just a moment. Okay. I think we're caught up here. Oh, and Ed, my good friend Ed, is in the chat on Facebook. Ed says, Ed has arrived, met with friends in a noisy bar. Well, you know, I've done that a few times in the past. A noisy bar. Ed and I have met up with friends in a noisy bar before, years and years ago. We worked at Disney. I can remember those days. The stories, yeah. Remember the Giraffe Lounge? Yeah, the Giraffe. That wasn't really so much of a lounge. It was kind of a noisy bar. Let's see, where was I? Oh, yes, we were going to try this wine, weren't we? So let's go ahead and try the wine. Oh, by the way, yes, I had some for Ed, too. There we go. I almost forgot. I'm glad you're here, Ed. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I need a producer. You know, the 5 members, what is it? 4 more episodes left. I can't hire a producer now. It's just too late for that, and I don't have the money to do it with anyway. So there you go. All right. So everybody else is okay. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and give this wine a little bit of a whiff and a little bit of a taste. Oh, yeah, this is busy. A lot of fruits in here. And I'm not talking about the red and black fruits that usually associated with the red wines. I'm talking about things like apple and pear. It smells like there might be a little citrus in here too. Let's give it a taste. Yeah. Now, I was smelling apple and then pear, but here I'm really I'm tasting pear and apple, and a little taste of honey. Yeah, just a slight taste of honey. It does taste a little citrusy too. But it's not as dry as I thought it might be. There is a twinge of sweetness to it, and I thought that there might be because with a lot of Chardonnays, they're kind of dry, a little bit of twinge of sweetness, and I thought maybe the Chablis might be sweeter than some of the other Chardonnays have had. This is on par with a lot of the other Chardonnays. I wouldn't say it has some sweetness on the tongue, just a little bit, and then as it goes down, it goes down fairly dry. This is a medium-bodied wine. Actually, it tastes a little lighter bodied, but it looks very light-bodied, and it has a nice, clear complexion. Look at that complexion. Let me switch cameras here. Go back. Let's go to camera 2. There we go. That's better. See, look at that. That's a nice-looking wine. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's yellow. It would say maybe. Where's my book? I don't have my book with me. And my drink with me, official Drink with Rick wine tasting notebook. I don't have it sitting up here. Or do I? Nope. Roadkill Bill's sitting on all the books over there. That's where he stays most of the time. Until it's time for him to come out and do his thing at the end. But it's very nice. It's very nice looking. I wouldn't call it. It's kind of beige. I don't know. No, it's a very nice color. I wouldn't call it a honey color exactly. It's. I know that in the lights here, the color's different from what I can see here than what is showing out on the camera. On the camera, it looks very, very light. It looks lighter on the camera than it actually is right here in front of me. So that's why it can be a little bit, because I'm looking at both. I'm trying to do a comparison, and it's just not. I shouldn't do that. I'm just going to look right here at the wine. It's light tasting, but it has a fairly long finish, and the finish is a little bit longer. Which camera am I on? Right here. The finish is a little bit longer than I would have expected for this Chardonnay. And interestingly enough, it's the kind of finish that you get kind of if it's a higher alcohol content. But this says 12.5% ABV. I'm not really tasting the alcohol too much in it, which means it's probably, I don't know, this is probably closer to 13.5% probably. But I can, it's really warm going down the throat, has a very lingering finish. I can still feel it. And there's a little bit of honey in there. And it is a little bit of citrus, although I haven't really picked out the citrus yet. Let me see. Maybe a hint of lemon. Yeah, I think that's what it is. A little bit of lemon, but it's not a sour taste. It's just the kind of a lemony taste, but it's not on the sour side at all. Very interesting, a pleasant wine to drink. Actually, I'm surprised. It's actually a surprisingly pleasant wine to drink. And yeah, I could see where it could be served by itself or with an appetizer. Sure, I'd drink that. I'd drink it.
Yeah.
No problem with that. So let me just go back to, there we go. Let me go back to the chats here just a minute. Yeah, we can pair this up with some food nicely. Ed says, now I can't see your feed. Uh-oh, you can't see the feed? Hopefully I can see it coming through Facebook, but you can't see it on your end? That doesn't sound good. Everybody else see it? Everybody else? Ed, I'm not being flippant, Ed. And seriously, that's not good if you can't see the feed. I can see it coming back to me. Now I'm getting a little bit of. Now it is breaking up a little bit sometimes. It is chopping up a little bit. But it looks like I can still see it, and it looks like everything's going well on YouTube. Island Hayes, can you see it okay? There's no dropouts or anything. I'm getting a little bit of an audio dropout here, but I'm not sure where that's coming from. I think that's just local, coming back to me from my earpiece. I think that's all it is. Everything else is good. Everybody else can hear okay. It looks like it's doing fine on X and on Rumble. Looks like everything's strong on everywhere else. So, yeah. And Tommy Antio, you can see and hear me okay? I think so. All right. Now, I hope it comes right. Now, it is kicking in and out of here. The audio is kicking in and out for me. I'm not sure why. That might just be... what's coming back to me. That might be it. Let me switch. Just a moment. Let me switch. Yeah, it looks like the feed's hanging up just a little bit. I'm going to stay on Twitch for just a little bit. Here. Yeah, let me stay on Twitch for just a little bit and see how it's behaving. But everybody else can hear me okay? That's not a problem. Okay, Ed, I hope you can get the feedback. Well, that's a real showstopper. That's not good if you can't see the feed. All right, let's go back to where we were before. All right, the pairing, the food pairing. Let's go back to food pairing for just a moment, and let's try it first with the turkey. Here's the turkey. I have a little bit of turkey here. This is pretty dry now because it's been sitting there for a while. So yeah, it is dry. And of course it's leftovers. And it's been heated in the microwave. I think, no, this one hasn't, but this one's in the fridge. It's still good. This smoked turkey comes from honey baked ham. So, as a matter of fact, my wife got the last one they had. She was rushing down to honey baked ham to pick up a turkey for the holidays. She got the last one that was in the case. So, not bad. It's chewy. Not bad. Okay, let's give this a try. Oh, yeah, not bad. Not what it's what I expected. Now, it's just what I expected because as a Chardonnay, as I said before, Chardonnay tends to go pretty well with turkey. And my experience with this in the past, having smoked turkey dinners with a Chardonnay, that's been a pretty good pairing. So I'm not surprised. It's not bad. Let me clear the palate for just a minute. And let's go back to camera 3. There we go. And let's try it with the Parmesan cheese. Now, I don't know about the Parmesan. This would go good with a lot of different cheeses, but I'm not so sure about the Parmesan cheese in particular. I mean, for me personally, pairing this, I think it pairs better with a red wine than a white. I'm sure the experts and the sommeliers would disagree, but that's just my own personal taste. Not bad. It's not bad. And sure, I'd still rather have it with a different cheese, but it's not bad. It's okay. Now, we could try it with the pumpkin pie, because yep, there is a pumpkin pie over there, and yeah, I guess we should try it with the pumpkin pie, shouldn't we? All right, camera 3. Here we go. Let me clear the palate one more time. Better do that again. All right, let's go to the pumpkin pie. Camera 3, and try it with the pumpkin pie. And now a little slice of that. Okay, that's good. This pumpkin pie comes from Fresh Market, another chain. Not bad. And I love pumpkin pie. Oh yeah, that's nice. It's a nice pairing. It goes well with the pumpkin, which I'm not surprised with that, because I think this white wine is kind of a wine that would go good with, because it does taste like a lot of fruits. It tastes like, the pear, the apple taste, the citrus in there. This would go good with salad, I think, as well. But the pumpkin and the pumpkin pie, I think it works pretty well with it. I think it does. I like it. And I think that does it for the pairing here. And once again, let's go back to the wine. This is what we're drinking here. This is a Chablis. This is a Robert Goulet Chablis 2023 Chardonnay Chablis, or Chablis Chardonnay, whichever one you want to say. and that's from France. So far I'm really liking the wine. I think that's good. But we have a lot more things to do tonight. We have a beer to try as well, and we have some coffee to finish off the evening. I'll probably finish the pumpkin pie with the coffee, if the coffee is worth it, if it's any good. Island Hayes says, can still see just fine on YouTube. I got some Cajun spiced cheddar for pairing tonight. Wow. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Cajun spiced cheddar. And you're pairing that with the Cedar Ridge, the grape and apple wine. That should be an interesting pairing. Let me know how that goes, if that pairs pretty well. Let me know how that goes for you. That sounds pretty interesting. Ed, I don't know, is the feedback, can you see? Let me type it in here too. I'll type it into Ed. I don't know if he can see me or hear me. I just want to make sure that he can. And so I'm just typing that in right there to him directly, just in case. And hopefully it can come right back for him. All right, checking everywhere else. Looks like we're still good everywhere else. And Tommy Antio, you can hear me and see me okay, right? No hang-ups or anything like that, no glitches. That's good. So let's go ahead on with the rest of the show, but because, do we have a show for you tonight? All right, so let's do the national days because that, excuse me, wine's kicking in. And not the alcohol, I'm just talking about the the mix with the food is what that is. All right, so no, it's not bad. It's just, probably feel it later. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, national days. So we're going to do the national days tonight, and they're not a whole lot, but boy, what national days we do have. National days are courtesy of nationaldaycalendar.com. Let's get the national day. There we go. The national days are courtesy of nationaldaycalendar.com. National Day Calendar is Marlo Anderson's site. He is the CEO and curator of all these national days. Marlo, thank you very much. And I will be reading a couple of these things from national days from the nationaldays.com site as I go through the national days. Some of the ones that I have to really sort of point out and describe what they are. Let's see, the first one, and I'm saving the best one for last, by the way. The first one that I want to toast is this is National Pledge of Allegiance Day. Oh, is that the first one? A National Pledge of Allegiance Day? Okay, well, we can do that. Let's see, where's my... Okay, let's go to National Pledge of Allegiance Day. Let's switch things out for that. There we go. All right, well, hey, we all did the Pledge of Allegiance when we were in school, right? That was a common thing. It's something that I did every morning. I don't know if they still do it anymore. But when I was a kid, that's what we did every morning. We did the announcements over the loudspeakers. We did the Pledge of Allegiance, and I think we sang. Did we sing something? Did we sing "America the Beautiful" or something? I don't remember. But anyway, here's to National Pledge of Allegiance Day. I will drink to that. To National Pledge of Allegiance Day. I'll drink to that again. Why not? All right. Now, the next national day that I want to toast is National... Okay, well, let's go to this one first. This is National Holy Innocents Day. This is kind of serious. National Holy Innocents, excuse me. National Holy Innocents Day is December 28th. And what that is, Holy Innocents Day is observed annually on December 28th. The day commemorates the execution of the innocent male children in Bethlehem as told in Matthew 2:16. This is related to Christmas. So here's to National Holy Innocents Day. It's National This one's more fun. National Chocolate Candy Day. Today is National Chocolate Candy Day. And, yeah, all through the rest of this day. Yes, it is.
Oh, great.
No, that's not right. It's this one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting my buttons mixed up. All right, and to celebrate National Chocolate, whatever it is, Chocolate Candy Day. You can tell I was prepared for this. I am. It's just I have everything together. It's just trying to keep track of it all on these little buttons. For National Chocolate Candy Day, I have, if I can pull it back up again on camera 3, I have, next to the rest of this, I have some chocolate candy. And this is a, yeah, it is one chocolate candy. How about that? It's one chocolate candy from Lindt, Lindt. It's chocolate candy. So we're going to try a little bit of this. It's a little chocolate. It's like a little chocolate truffle, you know. It melts in your hand, not in as well as your mouth. It's getting meltier every second. I like chocolate. Bet goes good with the wine. But I do need more wine. So there we go. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It goes real good with the wine. Pairs very well. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and toast it then. Here is to National Chocolate Candy Day. I will drink to that. Oh, I got to go easy on this. I got to be very careful. Even at 12.5% ABV, I have to be careful. Yeah. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the national days. All right, we have a couple more. Today is National Playing Card Day. That's right, folks. It is National Playing Card Day. And to commemorate National Playing Card Day, I have some playing cards. I have this deck of playing cards, which I had to find just before the show, so we could. We're not going to play cards. You know, I never was good at this stuff. You know, whatever. National Playing Card Day. I used to play solitaire because I had no one else to play with. I used to play a card game called Peanut, and basically it was solitaire. At least in my recollection, I think that's the way it worked. It was solitaire. Is what it was. Anyway, I used to play Go Fish and a few other card games. Never was that good at poker. But national playing cards, and I don't know any card tricks. Now, my good friend Jeff, who's a magician, he's good at that. He does a lot of magic. He's developed his own, I believe, as well. But he's very good at card tricks. He's done a few card tricks for me in the past, years and years ago. And he's still into the magic and that sort of thing. So he's good at card tricks. Anyway, see, my problem, I can't get them back in the box. Now, I do have another deck of cards. I found this one first. Kid Created Games. And this is very interesting. I don't know if I can get a close-up on this. Can I? Okay, here's a close-up. I've got a deck of cards called Kid Created Games, and this is their memory. I guess it's a memory card game. And this came from Chick-fil-A. It was one of those kid things from Chick-fil-A. Let me get it on camera, too. That's easier. It was one of those kid games from out of the kids' Chick-fil-A, Happy Meal, whatever it is. No, Happy Meal is McDonald's. That kind of thing, the kids' meal. And this is a card game that I found in the drawer downstairs, or I think one of the kids got it, but it's what it is. It has all these little cards of kid. This created kid created games. It's a card game created by kids, and what the kids did is they drew some kids drew pictures of here on the cards. And I think it's supposed to be a memory game. I don't know how it works. I didn't see. Oh, there are some instructions on here. Well, look at that. What are the instructions here? It says all cards are spread face down on a table. Well, let's do that. All cards face down on a table. Oh, you got to spread them out. Okay. Do we have to? It didn't say anything about shuffling them first. Okay, and taking turns. 2 cards are flipped face up. Now, keep in mind, nobody ever played cards on these, so I had to do this myself. Okay, so here's one. Here's a card facing up on the table, and it says 2 cards are flipped face up. All right, there we go. 2 are flipped. Now, one is a heart. I don't know if you can see that. A heart, and this one is I don't know what the heck this thing is. I think it's a turtle or something. I don't know what it is. The object is to turn over pairs of matching cards. If a pair is found, the player wins the pair and plays again. If not, cards are turned face down again and play passes to the next player. The player with the most pairs wins the game. Now I'll give this a little bit of a shot. Why not? So I got these 2, and I'm gonna turn over 2 more cards, and let's see. Oh, look at that. I got a pair. So what does that mean? It means I have to, I get to go again. If a pair is found, the player wins the pair and plays again. Well, there you go. So I keep this pair, and then I play again. Let's try this one. Oh, no. I didn't want to. Oh, well, so much for that game. There's no one else to play it against, so, you know. All right. Now, I'm sure it's fun with a bunch of people, but... There you go. So much for the card games. Anyway, so here's to National Card Playing Day. I'll drink to that. There you go. Played cards on National Card Playing Day. Yeah, this show's going downhill fast, isn't it? I got to do something to change the pace. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's change the pace right now because we have one more national day to toast, and that is, almost lost my wine here, and that is, where's my drum roll? My drum roll, please. Okay. It's National Short Film Day. Yep, National Short Film Day. You know what that means. To commemorate National Short Film Day, I have some short films to show. We're going to show some short films. How about that? I'm sure everybody is excited to hear that, right, Bill? I'm not talking about you, Bill. I'm talking you.
Oh, yeah.
I have some short films to show, if you want to see them. Island Hayes says, I read that. Okay, I read that there. Okay, Ed says, nope, can't see you at all. Oh my goodness. Ed says, looks like it wants to load but doesn't get going. What you might try to do, I'm not sure how you're looking at it. Let me type this in. Let's see, are you on a PC or a phone? Let me try that again. Are you on a computer or are you on a phone? Because if you're on a phone, I'm not sure. Maybe if you can reboot maybe you reload your browser. Maybe reload your browser. See if that helps. Hopefully you can get it. You can get it back. I'm not sure how Ed is consuming everything here on Facebook, but I know everyone watches in various ways. Some people are watching on a computer. I watch a lot of stuff on a computer, sometimes on a TV, like a smart TV. Sometimes a lot of people watch on their phones. So it just kind of depends. It might just be Tommy Antio says, very specific day. Yeah, it is. I'm not really sure what he's talking about. Very specific day. Yes, they are the National Film Day. National Short Film Day, I'm sorry. National Short Film Day. I want to make sure that Ed can get back in here. And make sure he can do that. I know he doesn't want to miss the films. Although he's probably seen most of them before. Probably all of them before. All right. Let's see if we can... I'm not sure if he can get my text messages if he's watching. Well, hopefully Ed can get everything back. All right. So, where was I? Oh, it's National Short Film Day. That's right. So, in honor of National Short Film Day, I have some national... yeah. It's National Short Films. Maybe this wine is kicking in. Maybe we should just cut right to the beer. All right. So I have a bit of a lag myself going on here. I think from Twitch, it sounds like there's a bit of a lag happening here. Anyway, from what I can hear, coming back to me. Must be one of those nights on the internet. Okay, so I have some short films. And I want to cue one of them up right now. This is one that, I don't know if, let me check. I can't see some of the chats here right now. There we go. All right, I don't know if you've seen this one, Island Haze, but we're going to show the first film I want to show is one called Jim and Eric. This is one that, and I got to set this up for you a little bit. This was a film I shot on Super 8. All these are films I shot on Super 8 millimeter back in the day. When I was much younger, and it was just something that we kind of shot on the fly, but more or less. I mean, I had a little bit of a script, but it wasn't. It was more of an outline than a script, and I didn't really. We never really actually officially finished the film. But what happened was I promised my friend Jim, who was in the film, he was one of the actors in it, after we shot it and we looked at the footage we had, and he was like, I don't know if you ever want to show this to anybody. And I said, well, he didn't like the fact that he was in it. I guess, I don't know. He had second thoughts about it after he did it. And I said, well, okay, I made a promise to him. I promised him, look, if I can finish the film, because that's all we had for footage. If I can finish the film, if I can find a way to do it, can we keep the film? He says, okay, yeah. If you find a way to keep to finish the film, keep the film. But if not, you must never show it to anybody ever again. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. So I had this thing in my film bin for decades, and I was thinking, how am I going to finish this thing? I didn't have the footage to finish it with, and then it hit me. I came up with a brilliant idea, and I'm going to show the film so you can see what I did to finish the film. So I kept my promise to him, and then he said, yeah, okay, you can show the film. You can keep the film. So he was okay with it. Anyway, let me cue this up, and we will show the film. Let me see which. Let me find my film thing again. What did I do? I had everything queued up here. Where's my film? Here it is. Film and video. All right. Jim and Eric. Let me get. I had this queued up before, but I took it down. Where is it? Jim and Eric. There it is. Okay, it's all queued up now. We're ready to go. And let me just check one more time, see if Ed can get back in. I don't know. I don't see him come back in, so I may have lost Ed there. Okay, well, here we go with, I'll go ahead and show it. Then here is the classic short film, Jim and Eric.
and goes. What? What is going on? What's this? What? Pause it. What were you doing down there?
Sure is dark up here.
This is the ridiculous thing I've ever seen. You shouldn't be down there doing things like that. Come on, this is no comedy. Let's go. We got work to do. I said, we got work to do. Huh? I said, we got work to do. Can't you hear me?
I can't hear you. I got a bag on my head.
Oh, gee.
What are we going to do today?
Well, what do we do every day?
Close the door.
We don't do that every day.
And how do we get out?
Come on. What do we accomplish every day?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, to do nothing, we still have to do something. I mean, we can't do nothing without doing something, and we can't do something without doing nothing. And if we did something, we'd have to do nothing to start doing something, or if we were going to do something to do nothing, we'd still have to do nothing to do something. Haven't you heard a word I said?
Is that on top 40?
Listen when I'm speaking to you.
You spit on me.
What?
You spit on me.
What?
You spit on me.
Okay.
You spit on me again.
What?
You spit on me again.
Okay.
That's gross.
Speaking of gross, what's for dinner?
What's for dinner? We can't even set up the table. We have no legs.
Well, the rest of the chicken's gone too.
Oh,
I wasn't hungry anyway.
we have no food.
Well, I can't speak to you about anything intelligently.
Is that a promise?
No, that's a fact.
I know it's a fact. You cannot speak to me about anything intelligent.
And when I get to intelligence, I'll let you know.
You're telling me.
I'm doing the wash. Come on, let's do the laundry. Go get a bag. Help me with these clothes.
Get a move on there. Step lively. Let's see.
Give me a hand.
Okay.
Put them in the bag. Don't take them out. Now let's take them down to the laundry. Pick that up.
Okay. I'll take these and you take those.
Wait, those can fit in the bag too.
Okay. All right.
Help me with this. You can't
All right, get a
do
move on
anything
there.
right.
Double time. Let's see. Step lively. I want you to put them clothes in that.
There's a hole in the bag.
There's supposed to be a hole in the bag.
I mean on the other side.
Uh,
Go get a bag.
okay.
And that was Jim and Eric. Now, as you can see, I did find a way to finish the film. So, such as it was. And technically, yeah, I wouldn't say it was cheating, but, you know, I did finish the film. So, you know, it's a film loop. It's a loopy film all the way around, more ways than one. So, because of that, Jim said, hey, okay, you win, pretty much. So actually at that point he didn't really care anyway, but it had been so long. But he was good with it. All right, well, so in honor of National Short Film Day, I will drink to that. Here's the National Short Film Day. National Short Film Day. I do have one more short film to toast. We'll toast it too. Why not? I do have one more short film to show, and we will show that in just a few minutes. And by the way, Ed's back. Ed's back in the chat, and Ed says back watching J&E, Jim and Eric on the phone. So you're on the phone. That's how you saw it. And Ed says cameo with Rick. Yes. Yeah, that was a little cameo with me there, the guy in the hat with the garbage. Ed says the restoration worked well. Yeah, it did, actually. The restoration turned out very well, and I appreciate the Negative Space for getting that done. Actually, they have some more of my films, and I was kind of hoping I'd get them back in time to show some of those before the series ends for the Saturday Night Wine Stream. But they've been backlogged. They've had a lot of film to do restorations and things like that. So they've been really backed up on it. So I don't know if I'm going to get them back in time because we only have a few weeks left. We'll see. But I'm going to have to get in touch with them over there and see what the status is. I haven't gotten with them in the last few weeks, so I'm going to check and see what's going on. Hopefully we'll get them back in time, at least for me to show at least something, you know, from them. But I sent quite a bit of film too. And then with this new series that I'm going to be doing here, the Super 8 show, that's another reason why I want to get some of these restorations done, because I'm going to be showing some of those films there. Okay, let me check the chats over there. How's the get back to Island Hayes? How's the Cajun Spice Cheddar? How's that pairing? Pretty well. Can you give us a little review on that? On Tommy Antio, you still with us there? All right, let me check the other chats here, and I think that's about done it for the National Days, right? We'll toast. This is for National Short Film Day. Once again, I'll drink to that. All right, and this is what we're drinking once again. And if I can pull it back up, this is what we're drinking. We're drinking the Robert Goulet Chablis. It's a 2023 Chablis. It's a Chardonnay, and I'm kind of liking this wine. It's some pear, mix of pear, and as it's opened up a little more, the pear is it's a mix of pear and apple, but it's becoming becoming a little more pronounced. The lemon is actually fairly strong too. That's not bad. It's a nice mix, and I'm getting something else in there. I'm not sure what that is just yet. I've been busy looking at films. I don't really pay much attention to what I'm drinking at the moment. But we do have a couple other things to try. And I think we're going to try them now. And we'll do that we'll do that and then we'll show the next film. Because I have another short film to show. But in the meantime, let's get this other thing going here. The beer. And let me show you what we have for the beer. The beer is this. This is a Dunkel dark lager. This is from OMB, also known as the Old Mecklenburg Brewery. This is a local brewery in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this is where it's coming from for mine, because I was keeping it chilled, and I've got the official Drink with Rick. It's coming apart here a little bit. There we go. The sign. The official Drink with Rick ice bucket. And it's kind of peeling off a little bit, isn't it? I got to get that. Only 4 more weeks left, so I don't know if it's worth getting that fixed. All right, so in the official Drink with Rick ice bucket, I have the Dunkel Dark Lager. There we go. And that's, yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I hope it is. I hope it is. So we got my beer mug ready. Everything's ready to go. Let's pour a little bit of this in there. Let's pop this open. That looks nice. And I love dark lagers. But we're going to try this one and see how it is. Let me get this in here. Get a good head going on it, if we can get one. It's not a really strong head, but it's actually decent. It's actually a decent head. Let's see how long it lasts. Wow, look at the color of that. Very dark caramel color. Let me get a close-up shot of this. Very dark caramel color on this beer, but it's a really nice color. I like the color to it, and has a nice head on it. So it's holding up pretty well. Let me get, topped that out, didn't I? Yeah, I like it. Well, the head's a little bit, it's a little bit thin now, but it was okay coming at the very beginning. See how long it lasts, how long it stays on there, the foam. So, this is the beer. Let me pull up some information on the beer, because I do have a little bit of information on it. I did forget to talk about the pricing on the wine. We'll get to that in just a moment. Let me pull up the beer. Okay, so this is from the Old Mecklenburg Brewery. This is from their website. The Dunkel Dark Lager. It says, Dunkel, winter has met its match in the form of this classic Munich-style dark lager. So this is like a German-style beer. This is a real German style. It's supposed to be authentic German-style beer. Smooth with caramel and roasted malt flavors, courtesy of dark Munich and Carafa malts. Dunkel offers an easy drinking finish to even the coldest, darkest days of winter. Enjoy it all winter long. So it has an ABV of 4.9%, and its availability in winter. So this is a seasonal beer. Now I have, once again, I put the photo up of the beer, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. But what I do need to do is show you the back of this. Here's the back. It's actually kind of the side, but it's the back of the beer. And I'm just going to read this. There's not much to it, actually. It just says, the Old Mecklenburg Brewery, LLC, brewed and packaged in Charlotte, North Carolina. 16 fluid ounce. This is a 1 pint can of beer, 4.9% ABV. And it is brewed in Charlotte, North Carolina, USA. That's what that's about. So There you go. Now, I'm going to give this beer a little bit of a whiff. It smells very malty. It does. Let me give it a taste. And it tastes very malty taste. And it's also, it's fairly carbonated, not too much, not too little. Yeah, it's a little. Let's say it's just a little nutty. Tastes a little bit nutty. Not too much. But it has a pretty full taste. It does have a very full taste to it. And yeah, so far I like this. You know, I could have this with some pretzels. Now I don't have any regular pretzels, but I do have these gift pretzels. Somebody gave this a gift of these pretzels, and they're coated with, I'm not sure what they're coated with, a white chocolate or something. Let me look at this. I've been eating them. I didn't really look at what they were. Frosted pretzels. Okay. And what else is in here? Malt. There's malt in this. So there we go. I'm going to try a couple of these one of these little frosted pretzels. That should be okay with this beer, right? Those are good. I've been eating them. See how they go with this beer. They're on the sweet side. Beer, a little nutty, not really tart or anything. Now this is interesting. Yeah, I don't know if these pretzels go really good. A regular pretzel would go great with the beer. I think with these frosted pretzels, a little bit sweeter, has kind of an odd taste that has an odd taste with the beer. But I do have something else that I can try. We have one other thing that we can try. And I have the maple mixed nuts. We've had this before. The maple mixed nuts. We're going to try it with one of the maple mixed nuts and see how that goes. And I'm keeping these around, actually. Keeping these around for let's try it with one of these nuts. I don't know what nut that is, but this might be better. A better match with this beer than those frosted pretzels are. Very nutty. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I could eat these all night. That's a better, I think it's a better pairing. And because this beer has a little bit slightly nutty taste to it, I think it matches up pretty well. Oh yeah, I like that. Very malty though, and I like it. It's good stuff. I like a good malty beer, good dark lager. I'd get some more of this Dunkel. Not bad at all. So I give it 2 thumbs up. I like the Dunkel. Now we have one more thing to try tonight, and do we have time for it? No, yeah, we should. And that is the coffee. We need to try it with the coffee. But you know what? Let's do that first. Get the formalities out of the way. All right, so this is what we have for the coffee. Let's try it with the coffee. Let me pull up the coffee. Where's that? I got a coffee photo. There it is. This is what we're trying tonight on the coffee. This is a great value. We'll see. Well, let me be the judge of that. It's a great value caramel pecan artificially flavored ground coffee. Now, did I say artificially flavored? We don't know what it's artificially flavored with. Let's see. Caramel pecan artificially flavored ground coffee. Medium roast. Sweet and nutty. Okay. There are 12. These are K-cups, by the way. 12 K-cups in this package. Now, let me show you the back of this, or the side. There's a side, because the back looks the same as the front. But the side gives you brewing instructions and apparently not much else. No, it does. Ingredients. Here's the ingredients. Ingredients: Arabica coffee, natural and artificial flavor, distributed by Walmart Incorporated. Okay. Walmart. This is Walmart brand coffee. That's the Walmart brand. Is great value. It's the Walmart brand. So that's what we're looking at now. Let me go through because I forgot about the pricing on this. Let me give you the price on what I paid for the wine, because we've got to do that. Okay, so this is what. Yeah, I'm mixing everything up tonight. All right, so this is what I paid for the wine. Robert Goulet Chablis. I paid $19.99. Now, on the wine, not wine store. What am I saying? The Vivino gives it a median price of around $24.14. But I went to Wine Store's site. They had it listed for $19.99, and this is where I purchased it. Wine Store in Blakeney, North Carolina, and they have it for $19.99. I don't know if you can see it here on camera too. There you go, $19.99. There you go. So that's the Wine Store receipt. Now, as far as the beer is concerned, the beer was purchased. The Dunkel beer was purchased at. That's not the right one. Trader Joe's. Here we go. Here's the correct one. The beer was purchased at Trader Joe's, and I paid for this 1 liter bottle of Old Mecklenburg Dunkel. I paid, looks to me like I paid $2.75 for it. $2.75, that's what it looks like here. So, there you go. So, and I think the beer was a good buy. The wine, yeah, $20. It's a little on the pricier side than what we're usually reviewing on the show, but yeah, it's I think it's worth it. $20 bottle of wine so far. But now for the coffee. Let's go for the coffee, because I purchased the coffee at Walmart, and the price of the coffee was $4.47. $4.47 for this box of 12 count K-cups of coffee. Now I'm going to brew the coffee here in the official Drink with Rick. Get it over here. The official Drink with Rick coffee maker, and of course to hold the coffee, I have my what is now the official Drink with Rick coffee mug, which was given to me by my good friend Ed. There's always time for friends, wine, and coffee. And thank you, Ed. I really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate the mug. And we're going to put that right here in the coffee maker. And I already have the water in here. But what I do need to do is I need to open this. And let me just switch the camera. I really do need a producer. All right, so we've got this open. I've got 1 K-cup here. We're going to put it in the official Drink with Rick coffee maker. Snap it shut. And then we'll get the coffee going. Now, while we have the coffee going, let me check the chats one more time real quick. All right. Island Hay says, Island Hay says, was a good cheese, probably would have paired better with a drier red, maybe a cab. That could make sense. The Cajun special, Cajun spice cheddar, yeah, maybe. A drier red, probably. Cab, maybe. Or Zinfandel or something. He says, enjoying some Jim Beam out of a beautiful new rock glass J-Con sent me for Christmas. Well, that was nice of J-Con to do that. From a company called Ben Shot. Is that what it is? Ben Shot? They make glasses that look like they've caught a bullet. You know, I think I've seen them, or I've seen some that are similar to that, right? So the bullet's kind of going into the glass like that. I think I've seen one. I don't know if I've seen that one, but I know I've seen glasses similar to that. That's kind of neat, very original, very cool. Let's see. Check the rest of the chats. We're going good. Okay, we're going to show another film here very shortly, and actually, why don't we do that? Well, let's try the coffee first, because the coffee's about to just pour here. It's coming. It is. Yeah, it'll be here. She's about to blow. Okay, here. Yeah, it is. Here it comes. It kind of sounds like she's about to blow. There she blows. Okay, there comes the coffee. Wow, it's really... Okay. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it from here, but there you go. There's the coffee. Move that glass out of the way. There we are. So, it smells good. Smells a little nutty. It does. It smells a little bit nutty. Kind of like the host of this show. Yeah. Anyway. Quiet, Bill. Alright, so I guess it's done. Just about done. Okay, almost done. All right, I think it's done, right? All right, and it's pretty hot. Whoa, is it hot? Ooh, it's really hot. It might take a few minutes for this to cool down to where it can. It smells a little bit nuttier than it is caramel. It's supposed to be caramel pecan, right? Slight nutty pecan smell to it. A little bit of caramel. Now, it's interesting because some of the coffees we've had in the past, and I think in particular the Maud's coffees, the infamous Maud's coffees that we tried, they smelled pretty good when they were brewing. But then when you actually taste them, it was kind of a letdown. It was a really big letdown because they didn't really they smelled okay. It smelled like this might be might be really rich in flavor, and then you taste it and it's kind of like. But this one is it does smell like pecan. I smell the pecan more than I smell the caramel. Which I think is kind of disappointing in a way, just from the smell, because, and I don't want to cast any aspersions on. I don't want to really prejudge this thing because before I taste it, but from the smell of it, it just smells like it's kind of pecan, but not really much caramel. And see, here's the thing, for me. I love caramel. I'm not really a pecan kind of person. It's like I can have a little tiny slice of pecan pie, not much, but I'm not really into pecans that much. Caramel, though, I love caramel. I really do love caramel. And the thing is about that, let me pull up that photo again. It doesn't say, here's the thing. In my opinion, this is just in my humble opinion, if if you're going to have a coffee that's got caramel and pecan, and it smells more like pecan than caramel, then the way to promote it, the way to put it up there is not caramel pecan, but pecan caramel. Of course, that doesn't sound very good. It doesn't sound very lyrical. It doesn't sound, from a marketing standpoint, it doesn't just roll off the tongue like, pecan caramel. Caramel pecan sounds much more, it flows better. It just rolls off the tongue better. But pecan, this, to me, if you're going to be honest about marketing the product, maybe it should be called pecan caramel. But then again, how many people would buy it? I don't know. Some people that like pecan, but here's a good question for everybody. Here's a really good question for everybody. Do you like pecan and do you like caramel? Now, if you like pecan and caramel, or one or the other, let's say, for instance, if you like both, if you like pecan and caramel, which one do you like more? Do you like the pecan more or do you like caramel more? Now, for some folks, they like pecan, they don't like caramel. For others, they like caramel and they don't like pecan. And they're two great tastes that could probably go great together in the right mix. But for those who like both, which do you like more? Do you like the pecan or the caramel? That's a good question. And I'd like to poll everybody here in the chat and find out if you like pecan or caramel more. And let me know what you think about that. Alan Hayes says, I read that already. Okay. So that's what I smelled here. Mostly pecan, not much caramel. Let's give it a taste. I think is it cool enough to taste? You know what I might have to do? I might have to pull some of this ice out of this thing. Let's pull a little bit of ice out of the cool stuff a little bit. It's still hot to drink. You know what? That's not going to be fair, because then I'm going to be watering it down. I'm not going to do that, because I'm going to be watering this thing down. I don't want to do it. Got to be fair with the coffee. Okay, this coffee is way too, because this comes out of here really hot. So I'll tell you what, let's do. Before we taste the coffee, let's go ahead and show the other film. Now, the other film I have is a classic, and it's a classic short film. Ed, I'm pretty sure you've seen it before, but it's always fun to see again. This is called News at 6. And the reason I'm showing this is because I want to kind of end the year on the upside with a classic film that I made back in high school with my buddies, with Pete Multack and with Doug Torta. Pete Multack. Did I see Pete Multack? I'm sorry. Peter Gibbiser. It's. I'm going off on another tangent now. Pete Multack was another friend of mine. Around the same time, and actually it was a little bit later than that, and he was someone I was talking to a good friend of mine today on the phone, and his name came up, and we were talking about Pete Multack. So he's been on my mind for a lot today. And Pete Multack, he passed away some years ago. He's no longer with us, but Pete Gibbiser, who's in the film, is with us still, hopefully. And it's Pete Gibbiser and Douglas Torta. Doug Torta is no longer with us. He passed away a few years ago. But Pete Gibbiser, Doug Torta, and myself, the film we made back in high school called News at 6. I'm going to go ahead and cue this up, and we're going to play it right now. And then that should give this coffee time to cool down a little bit. I think so. All right, let me cue it up. Let me find the film. Where is the film? Oh, here it is. All right, and here is... No, that's not where it is. Let me find the full version. I'm going to play the full version, because before I didn't play the full version. I played an edited version. And let me play. Here it is. That's the full version. Let's play the full version of News at 6.
And now it's time for News at 6 with Walter Conklin, Ellen Bell, commentator for tonight, Walter Concrete. And now, here's Wally. Here's Wally. Here's Wally. Ah!
We're in the air. Hi, I'm Walter Concrete. Top story tonight, a new nuclear power plant is open in Kaputsk, Wyoming. 3 men commandeered a nuclear missile, and the president issued a formal statement today. More news after this.
Announcing a new and exciting product from Rinco, it's the Kathy Kitchen Food Pulverizer. This tool is the perfect gift and has over 1,000 uses. It pummels vegetables, fruits, and even as thick as steaks into a disgusting mass that is guaranteed to be absolutely revolting to all members of the family or your money back. The pulverizer can also be a children's toy. Look at the fun he's having. And of course, the pulverizer has many other uses. It can be used as a solicitor deterrent, a toilet fixer, riot starters and stoppers, a paraglooper repair tool, a TV repair tool. It can be used for medicinal purposes, garbage trashers. It even has the U.S. Motorcycle Gang seal of approval for its most popular use, a lethal weapon. To get yours, send $21.95 to Pulverizer in care of this station.
Hey, Wally, what you doing? Well, Ted, I was just strengthening and toning my muscles with my new miracle exercising cube. It's better than some of those phony gadgets you see advertised on TV, and it makes my Arnold Humdinger weight set obsolete. Here's a 32-page booklet that shows you how to do just about anything.
The full-color illustrations are a big help for the beginner. As it's plain to see, Ted, the cube's unique shape allows for both horizontal and vertical exercising.
Wow, this looks easy. Can I try it? Sure, Ted. Anyone can use it, and I'm sure you'll find that the results are absolutely amazing. Wow, that's amazing. I've used it for only a few seconds, and yet I can feel it toning and strengthening my muscles. That's right, Ted, and the longer you use it, the stronger you get. I used to be a puny weakling like you, but now I can do He-Man things like crushed aluminum cans in one hand. Fantastic! Yes, when you get a little more advanced, you can advance to the 00 setting. That's also on the cube, built right in. I can see this is truly an amazing product. I'm going out and buying one right now. Well, that's just fine, Ted, but you can't buy this amazing product in any store.
To order yours, send $5.95 to Q Box 910, South City, Florida 99505. That's Q Box 910, South City, Florida.
I'm Sergeant Joe Smith of the Fraud Division. Recently, there has been a rash of fraudulent activities involving the citizens of this area, especially the elderly. The only way to curb this is by informing the people of this area, and we have the solution. It's this book entitled How to Recognize Fraud. It illustrates to the average citizens what to look for when dealing with fraud. To get your copy, send $24.95 to Sergeant Joe Smith, P.O. Box 1332, Sav City, Florida. Thank you.
A new nuclear power plant has just been dedicated at this very moment in Kaputsk, Wyoming. This $4.3 billion plant will produce more than enough electricity for Kaputsk's 250 residents. For a live report, here's Barry Bumbler. Barry?
Barry Bumbler here. Behind me is the new Kaputsk nuclear power plant, built just this year. We thought we'd bring our camera crews out here to show you what a nuclear power plant is all about. We're going to conduct an interview with plant director, Professor Willard Crompton. This is Professor Willard Crompton. Tell me, Mr. Crompton, how can a small city like Kaputsk, Wyoming, With a population of only 250, you get a $4.3 billion nuclear power plant.
Have you ever tried to change census record?
Well, let me ask you something, Professor. Since we can't go inside for security reasons, why don't you just tell us all about the nuclear power plant?
Well, for a first thing, this is the fuel that we use, uranium-235. You're right, for backing away, it is very dangerous. But I'll put it back in my pocket where it's very safe.
Okay, that makes sense.
And next I'll go on with the building here. Just in case we do have an accident, to protect the building from anything that may happen to it, we have this small box right over here that has valves in it. And if we do have an accident, we can open these valves and let the radiation go out into nature where it can be taken care of by nature, and the building will stay in perfect condition.
Oh, that's very good.
You may have also noticed the cracks in the building that make it look something like a hand grenade. And that is, how a hand grenade blows apart with the squares. Well, same basic idea, so that, if there is an explosion and we do try to go inside, the pressure has been let out by falling parts of building.
I see.
Right,
Yes, that's very good. Tell me, Professor, what about the road being so close to this nuclear power plant? Isn't there some chance of a car or a truck or anything running into the building and causing an accident?
We never noticed that before. I didn't know it was there.
Tell me, Professor, has the building met all federal safety standards?
Yes, it has met all the standards with flying colors, gone beyond what they say must be done. Absolutely nothing can go wrong with this piece of building. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Nothing can go wrong.
That's very good, Professor. Well, there you have it. This is Barry Bumbler signing.
We are experiencing technical difficulties with our live broadcast from Kaputsk, Wyoming. Please stand by. I repeat, please stand by.
Now a word from our sponsor.
Hi. We seem to be experiencing technical difficulties with the sound portion of our program. Please stand by. I repeat, please stand by.
3 men hijacked a nuclear missile in flight today, threatened to blow it up, and then shot the automatic pilot when it refused to fly them to Moscow. They are believed to be members of the Polish Liberation Organization. However, we seem to be having technical difficulties with the video portion of our program. Please stand by. I repeat, please stand by. 3 men hijacked a nuclear missile in flight today, threatened to blow it up, then shot the automatic pilot when it refused to fly them to Moscow. They are believed to be members of the Polish Liberation Organization. However, the PLO officials deny the report, claiming that 90% of their members are afraid of heights.
But Walter, you just did that story.
I like that story.
Go on to the next one, Walter.
Well, moving right along. The banana embargo continues today in South America, and despite the violent protests in Boston last night when 200 men, calling themselves the Liberty Apes, boarded the banana boats dressed as apes and dumped 300 crates of bananas overboard in Boston Harbor, killing fish and nearby swimmers. Henry Harris of Harris... Poor guy, he never had a chance. Harry Harris of Harrisville, Pennsylvania, was attacked and beaten to death by a 225-pound cucumber. However, when apprehended, the cucumber denied the charges, claiming he was in Kaputsk, Wyoming at the time of the incident. We'll have more news after this.
Have you ever had trouble with your car? Have you ever wished you could make it disappear? Well, this man does.
His car has stalled out on him for the last time. He's about to use an amazing new product called Spray Away. Just aim, spray, and the problem disappears forever. Having problems with your kids? Well, just one application of Spray Away and the problem is gone, well, forever. Get new Spray Away at finer stores everywhere.
Have you ever felt ugly? So ugly that you could turn bread into stone, make dogs flee in terror, or pollute the water just by standing in it? Well, if so, then you probably are, and you certainly have a problem. But don't despair, for medical science has found the answer. It's an amazing new device called Hideaway, from the makers of the unbreakable mirror. With Hideaway, there's no mess and no fuss. There's Hideaway and uses no cold creams and no makeup. And it's so expensive, you can get one for the entire family. See? I used to be ugly until I tried on this amazing new product.
Now, you can go to parties, business meetings, and other social events without fear of horrifying embarrassment. Get the amazing new Hideaway. Available at supermarkets, department stores, and drug counters everywhere. Don't delay, get yours today.
Ladies, the ancient Aztecs knew the secret to fine string art. No, it's not from a museum. It's part of this unique collection you can have in your own home. It's as simple as XYZ. It's the Savco Stringy Art Treasury Trove, and it's available for the first time ever. These pieces are enough to bring life to every home. Just look at this beautiful twilight serenity. Isn't it lovely? But that's not all, because you also get this new modern stringy art entitled Contemporary Garbage. You would expect to pay $10, $15, even $20 a piece for this fine art. But we're offering the entire collection to you for the low, low price of $19.95. But wait, there's more. Order before 7:30 tonight and receive even one more fine stringy art piece, the lovely Misty Boat Dock. Or turn it a little, and it's the house. Beautiful and valuable. Order the Savco Stringy Art Treasury Trove collection for everyone you love, and they'll love you for it.
To order your string art, dial 1-800-555-6213. That's 1-800-555-6213. Or write String Art, P.O. Box 37, South City, Florida, 77911. That's String Art, P.O. Box 37, South City, Florida, 77911. Said $19.95 cash, allows 63 weeks for delivery. Order now.
And now for the sports. Today's scores are 4-1, 37-9, 3-6, 0-0, 37-8, 486-0, and Crompton Wilton's 12 under par. Can you believe that, sports fans? And now for some filmed highlights of yesterday's game. Look at that pass. Unbelievable. Too bad you didn't get to see the game. Tomorrow's scores tonight at 11.
Chinty Stempierre with the weather. Cold weather has been dominating most of the southern portions of the country today, with 3 degrees in New Orleans, Louisiana, 23 degrees in Jacksonville, Florida. But even though snow and cold weather prevail because of this high pressure area, it is still 89 degrees in Orlando, Florida, the tourist capital of Florida. Up in the northern sections of the country, we have rain and mild weather, with 54 degrees being reported in Washington, D.C. We have 90 in Louisville, Kentucky, 98 degrees in Atlanta, and 129 degrees in Little Rock, Arkansas, due to this low pressure area created by this 12,000 degree Fahrenheit heat wave coming from Kaputsk, Wyoming, due to a nuclear power plant disaster. Tomorrow's forecast for this part of the country, I predict radiation storms to encompass most of the country due to that disaster. Long-range forecast for this part, for most of the country, cold next winter and warm next summer. It's raining at the present time in Florida. Back to you, Walter.
That's the news for tonight. This is Walter Concrete for WEAK-TV saying, oh, we have a bulletin here. Whoop. This important bulletin just came in. There was a nuclear power plant explosion in Kaputsk, Wyoming late today, destroying the entire population of 250 and the population of several cities within the 300-mile radius of the blast. Also destroyed were plant director Professor Willard Crompton and the News at 6 reporter Barry Bumbler. We'll have more details of this disaster tonight at 11.
Here with a special weather bulletin. As you can see, radiation is spreading all over the country, from Topeka, Kansas to Washington, D.C. Actually, all over the country. It's unbelievable. Except for Florida, of course. As you can see, Florida is radiation-free till 12 o'clock tomorrow night, so all you tourists can get in some last-minute sightseeing before you all die. Once again, radiation spreading all over the country. Don't go outside. Stay in your houses, of course, and follow the instructions on this card. Once again, extreme radiation. Back to you, Walter.
And that's the news for tonight, I hope. This is Walter Concrete reporting for News at 6. Good night and good news.
This has been News at 6 with Walter Concrete, Howard Hosell, and Chincy Stephen. Join us tonight at 11 for News at 11 with Walter Concrete, Howard Hosell, and Chincy Stephen. Live program has been pre-recorded.
And that was News at 6. It was a film that we shot in high school for a high school film project, and which went over pretty well. Really, people really liked the film, and it won a couple awards. We won. We entered it in a couple film contests and won awards, and people really enjoyed the film. A couple of points about the film: the Hideaway commercial was one where I had been taking a drama class, and they had. It's funny because we just kind of shot that one off the cuff, more or less. Came up with a really quick script, and we had done this. I'd done this class, and one of the things that we did in the class was they made a few of us up to be like zombies, and we had to put up all this makeup on our face to kind of give like zombie makeup, and I had like this big wart on my nose, and it's like I was supposed to be, I guess it was supposed to be like a zombie, monster zombie. And I came home from the class, and I'm thinking, well, I don't want to wash this makeup off yet because, I spent a couple hours putting it on, and I thought, well, zombie makeup. Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and I'll just shoot this thing and just come up with it real quick. So I just got on the back wall of my bedroom and just set up the camera and just shot it pretty much in one take off the cuff. So if it looks like it was a one take shot, it's because it really was. That was pretty much all there was to that. The other one was the spray away commercial, where I had my brother and my sister on the couch, and we were able to do an effect with that. That was kind of cool. But for the most part, we shot the film. It took us about 2 weeks to do it, to shoot it, or write it and shoot it and get it processed and get it edited and all that kind of stuff. And there were outtakes. There were outtakes. In fact, there was one gag that we did where, and I think I mentioned that at the beginning of the film. I said, well, the president issued a formal statement today, and one of the gags in the film was we were supposed to hear from the president of the United States, but only I could hear him because I had an earpiece in my ear and I could hear it, and then it just kind of I just started reacting and everything like that. Nobody knows what's going on, and then somebody pulls the thing, pops it on my ear, and it was we cut it because at the end we thought it was pretty funny at first, but then later on when we were editing the film together, it just didn't work. For some reason, it just didn't work the way we envisioned it, so we just kind of cut it from the film. But other than that, it's pretty much everything that was in there was what we shot. By the way, I want to get back into the chats here for a minute. I want to say hi to Ms. Lena Latte. Ms. Lena Latte is in the chat, and it's great to see her, by the way. And Ms. Lena Latte says, that's right. She's reminding me because I gave away one of the book sets to her last week. I just needed the shipping address to get that to you. And Ms. Lena Latte, I really appreciate you being here. It's great to see you. And also, a Molding Lunchbox is in the chat as well. Molding Lunchbox, it's great to see you as well. And I hope you're doing well, and hope you're enjoying the show. And we're going to try out this coffee right now, real quick, because it's cool enough. It's still pretty hot, actually, but it's still cool. I'm surprised how long it came out here really hot. But then again, that's why this is the official Drink with Rick coffee maker, and not just any coffee maker. The official coffee maker, very, very hot stuff. I like the way it brews really hot. All right, we're going to try this right now. Let me check. Also on YouTube, Island Hayes says he's reacting to the 63 weeks gag in News at 6. And Island Hayes says, Walter Concrete is a great name. Yeah, well, thanks. They were all spoofs on all of the people doing the news back in the day. Of course, this was in the 1970s, so Walter Cronkite was the big news guy there at the time, and of course Howard Cosell was the big sports name back then, so that's why our sports guy was Coward Hosell, Coward Hosell. It's easy to mix them up. But I think the people have asked me in the past is, okay, so I get Walter Concrete and Coward Hosell, but what about the Chintzy Stimp for the weather? And this is because we had a local weatherman. This was in Orlando, Florida. We had a local weatherman. He was, I think he was Channel 6 or Channel 9 weatherman, and his name was Charles Stumpf. And he was a well-known weatherman there at the time. Everybody liked him, and he was really good at what he did. And and that was a take on him. We'd call him Chintzy Stimpf. Was the spoof name. And I think it was not long after we did News at 6, I think that Mr. Stump passed away. But that was kind of a send-up to him. All right, so let me go ahead and try the coffee. And now I did smell it already, and it smelled like pecan, but I didn't really smell a whole lot of caramel. So we'll see what we got here. Oh, by the way, I have one more toast. One more toast to National Short Film Day. I'll drink to that. I had to get that out of the way. I forgot about that. National Short Film Day. Okay, so let's go ahead and taste the coffee. Yeah, to be fair, I just had the wine, so let me clear the palate a little bit. Okay. Because I was basically getting pecan in here, but I really wasn't tasting a lot of caramel. I'm not really getting a lot of caramel in this. It says caramel pecan. It's slight. Very slight caramel taste, but I'm mostly getting pecan, the nutty flavor. And I wouldn't say that's pecan. It's kind of a nutty flavor. and sort of a pecan flavor to it. So I would say the caramel. I'm a little disappointed that it's not more caramelly than it would be. And Island Hayes says, because I polled everyone and asked, do you like caramel or pecan better? Island Hayes says, I love both. Caramel is the winner, though. And I agree with that. Ms. Lena Lottie, I think you said something about that too, didn't you? I want to make sure I didn't miss that. Let me check. Ms. Lena Lottie says, now I want some coffee. I know, isn't that how it works? But, you know, and it's funny that you should mention that, by the way, because my wife and I will sit, my lovely wife, and I will sit down and watch a TV show or something, or a movie or whatever, and we're watching the commercials that pop up, and you get the commercials. When we've had dinner and we're just sitting back, sometimes we're just in bed watching TV passively, you know, before we go to bed, or watching the news before bedtime, and then the commercials will come on, and you'll see the commercials for a lot of fast food places, but not always. Sometimes you get some of the steak houses and stuff like that, but you'll see the commercials come on. And I mean, we've had dinner, you know, we're done, and we're tired, and we just want to go to bed. And then one of those commercials will go on, and it's like, you know, I'm in the mood for whatever it is. It's commercial for a hamburger, you know. It's like, you know, I'm in the mood for a hamburger. I really would like to get, and we've done this before where you know, one of us is half asleep, and then a commercial will come on for something like, you know, the guy downstairs in the house, and it's like, you know, I'm in the mood for that right now, and then, you know, walk downstairs and go snack on something. That's it's terrible, but it just shows the power, the power of marketing, right? And of what they do visually, and in marketing, just how powerful those commercials can be. And it's true, it happens all the time. It's like you kind of have, you're watching them. You know, we saw a commercial for what was it, a sub. And I was like, oh man, I'm in the mood for this sub now. I want to go get a sub. And that's terrible. That's helped me become the man I am today. Those kind of, I guess maybe I'm just weak-willed when it comes to that. You know. Does anyone else have that? When you're sitting there watching something, and you're watching somebody else eat or drink something, and then you're thinking, you know what, I'd kind of like to have that too. It's supposed to be in the mood to have some. It's psychological, I guess. It is. So, all right. So as far as this coffee is concerned. As far as the coffee, I can't say that I'm really, I don't know.
It's a completely different kind of coffee.
I don't know. It's a different kind of coffee. It is. It is a completely,
It's a completely different kind of coffee.
It is. It's a completely different kind of coffee. And not necessarily the kind that I'm really crazy about. No, I can't say I'm crazy about this coffee. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. There's some coffees that we tried that were really, really good. There were others that just kind of fell flat, seriously, and it's not. I mean, it's. I'm disappointed. The nuttiness I'm okay with. The lack of caramel, because there's another coffee that I buy for everybody at work. You know, I order the coffee at work for everyone, and. There's a caramel. It's a vanilla caramel coffee. It's one of those what's the brand name? The caramel coffee that we get there is really caramelly. If that's a word, and it's really good. Vanilla and caramel, and it's a really good coffee. People like it a lot. I like it a lot. This one, Green Mountain. Green Mountain is the brand. That's really a Keurig brand, I believe. But this one, I can't really say I care for it too much.
Say, who gets to make the coffee in your house?
All right, so much for the coffee. I can't really say I like this. So the coffee gets a pass on it. What did I say it was? I paid for it. $4.47. Great value. I don't know if it's really a great value. That's the brand name, but I don't know that it's really a great value per se. It's coffee. I mean, I'll drink it if there's nothing else to drink, but I mean, it's not bad. It's just I'm just disappointed that it's not any better than it is, to be honest. So, as for the beer, though, the beer is pretty good. The Dunkel beer, the dark lager. Oh yeah, this is pretty good, and I'd give that 2 thumbs up right there. I really do. So in the wine, okay, the final review on the wine. Final review is, let me pull it up here. This is what we're drinking. This is the Robert Goulet, not to be confused with Robert Goulet. I keep throwing that up, don't I? Robert Goulet, I did it, didn't I? Chablis 2023 Chardonnay, 12.5% ABV. And it seems fairly low in alcohol because it's not really affecting me that much right now. But this is a French wine, product of France. It is a Chablis Chardonnay. The Chardonnay it's a certain region of France, the Chablis, which is where it gets its name from. Pretty decent. I like it. It's not bad, and I'll just have to say that I give this one 2 thumbs up. It went pretty well with everything on this plate. You know what I did? Oh yeah, that's what we're going to do. We were going to try the coffee with the pumpkin pie, weren't we? All right, because it's a dessert. We're going to have the dessert, the pumpkin pie with the coffee. And to be fair, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, real quick. I mean, the pie is really good. It's a really good pie. So let's try it with the coffee, just to be fair. It's not bad. I mean, I like the pie. Okay, I have to try that one more time, because let's try it one more time. That's not bad. No. Pie and coffee. Kind of hard to screw that combo up. Don't you think? That's not bad. Okay, that's not really bad at all.
Say, who gets to make the coffee in your house?
Not bad at all. I think the pie saves the coffee. The pie definitely saves the coffee. And with that, I think it's time to close the stream tonight. I do want to remind everyone that we are doing a special New Year's Day special, and let me make that official here. This Tuesday night, this coming Tuesday evening, December 31st, 2024, we will be doing a Drink with Rick New Year's special, and I want you to join me for that. I invite you to join me for that. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to start this one at 11 p.m. This won't be at 10 p.m. This will be 11 p.m. because this is a 1-hour special. We're going to take it 11 p.m. or just a little bit after 11 p.m. to midnight, to just after midnight, so we can ring in the new year. And I hope you'll join me for that. I think we'll have some fun. maybe a surprise or two. We'll see how that goes. We'll just have some fun and just kick back and celebrate the new year, ringing in 2025, the new year. So join me for a Drink with Rick New Year's special this coming Tuesday night, December 31st, 2024. All right, and with that, I'd like to say thanks to everyone who's joined me here tonight. I want to thank my good friend Ed for being here and for sticking it out, too, because you had some trouble tonight seeing the stream on Facebook, and I want to thank you for sticking around and getting through that. I really, really appreciate it. And Ion Hayes, thank you very much for being here tonight, and thank you for your review on the cheese and the wine. So this is what he said that, where was I? I lost it again. Okay. The Cajun he said it was good cheese. Probably would have paired better with drier red, maybe a cab. So the Ion Hayes, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate that as well. And also, Ms. Lena Latte, thank you for being here. And we'll get that sent out to you here, your free book set and book holder out to you as soon as possible. And Tom Antio, thank you for being here tonight as well. And also, a Moldy Lunchbox, thank you for being here as well. I do appreciate all of you. And everyone who was watching everywhere else, on Odyssey and Rumble and X, thank you very much for hanging around and hanging with me tonight. Thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and I do mean that. And now, of course, as always, last but not least, I know he's been waiting for a while. Yeah. With Bottle and Pause, it's your good friend and mine, Roadkill Bill, and he's coming up right here. Here he is. Yeah, it's Roadkill Bill. And Roadkill Bill has a very special message for all of us. And the message is, please do not drink and drive. Drink in the comfort of your home, your apartment, your hotel room, your dwelling, wherever you are. Just drink there, and if then just stay put. If you have to go somewhere, if you absolutely have to go somewhere, call an Uber, call Lyft, call a friend, call a cab, a friend who has a driver's license, a valid one, and who has not been drinking themselves, or has not been drinking too. Yeah, and if you can't do any of that, just stay where you are. Okay, it's just safer that way. It's safer for you and those around you. Also, please do not text and drive. That's also very dangerous. And I'll tell you, I've seen some stuff on the road lately of people texting and driving, and it's scary being around other drivers like that. They're just not paying attention, and they're not just putting their lives at risk, but the lives of others around them. I try to steer clear of them, but it's sometimes just difficult to do when you're on the highway going down the road at 60, 70 miles an hour or better. It's just not a good idea to do that. Okay, so please do not text and drive. Of course, I'm talking to the choir here because I know you don't do that. I know you're much, much smarter than that. Anyway, I want to tell you these things because I care about you all. I care about each and every one of you. So does Bill, right, Bill? Yeah, that's right. We all do. Because I want you to have a great week. But most of all, I want you to have a safe week and a safe new year. Please. I want you to have a safe new year. So you can join me here for the next show on New Year's Eve, and we can all get together and drink with Rick. Good night.